Hey guys, Zen here, and today we're jumping into some more Rainbow Six Siege, but man, with everything dropping and the release of Crimson Heist, it's been busy, and so I wanted to circle back and talk about some of the stuff that didn't get its time. Both of the consoles have some mammoth announcements to unpack. There's an essential new way to get better at the game and improve your game sense, and we're also going to discuss the potential for a huge new crossover, and so yeah guys, let's get into this. But to begin, it's really come to a head, at least for a lot of people in the community, and we just have to talk about map bans. Now, for me, I love the fact that if there's a map that just doesn't work anymore or the flow needs an improvement, that there's the option to ban it. It's also the very first tactical decision that you can make if you know you're facing a team that's talented on a map or certain objectives, and to be able to get the leg up there, I think is warranted. But it has become super limiting over the last few seasons, and I think we've all experienced the limits of the map ban phase, especially with certain picks like theme parks, chalet, and even as recent as skyscraper. As of now, it seems like the only maps that are played are Cafe, Oregon, Clubhouse, and the occasional Villa, and I agree that these are amazing maps and probably fan favorites, but something really has to be said about the rest of the pool because it's like they don't exist sometimes. So with criticism should come solution, and so for a quick fix, I think it's as simple as dropping the map ban phase down to only 2 maps instead of 3. With just 2 maps, if both teams agree on banning one of them, then the other is played. If both teams ban both maps, then one could be randomly chosen and the match begins. To be clear, I think fundamentally map bans are a good thing, but season over season, the new map or rework is banned because it isn't familiar, and it means it takes months, sometimes years, to get familiar with it because you never get it. And so yeah, I feel like the start of a new generation of Siege is an important time to mention this part of the game because I genuinely think it could be an amazing experience. But what an experience it is to get cashback rewards from your favorite retailers using Ibotta, and today's video sponsor. Ibotta is a cashback app that's 100% free and works at all your favorite stores. Did you pick up any groceries recently? Do you shop at Amazon obsessively and want to save on your purchases like myself? Well, you can make more money on Ibotta than any of the other apps and stack your savings. So it's incredibly easy to pick out an offer. Open up Ibotta and head over to your favorite shop. For me, it's Amazon, of course, and see what they've got. This here is for 5% back on all Amazon devices, and once you click in, it'll take you over to Amazon and you'll get 5% back on any Fire tablet or Amazon Echo devices, and it's super intuitive to shop normally as you would using the app. They also have an option for in-store shoppers as well. Just head over to the Redeem tab and snap a photo of your receipt, and a bunch of options will pop up for ways to save. And as long as the receipt is within 7 days, you'll get your savings and cash back. Now, personally, I'm on the smart home grind, and so I'm looking to make some upgrades, and I'm able to take advantage of the 3% back on all smart home devices offer through Ibotta on Amazon. The cash back really starts to add up over time, and so it's an easy way to get a little extra cash on the side by using the app's digital rewards. And so guys, click the link below to download the Ibotta app and redeem $20 when you start using the app. Thanks to Ibotta for sponsoring, and yeah, roll the clip. Ooh. Next up is about one of the most highly requested features of year 6, and that's streamer mode. And even though it was supposed to be in the game for Crimson Heist, you'll notice it isn't live. And so Ubisoft came out and announced the current state of streamer mode, and it's in a bit of a limbo. Just hear this. Your TS feedback on streamer mode has been a huge help and has helped us make 2 decisions. Q sniping protection will release as its own set of features in year 6 season 1.1. Stream sniping development will continue until it meets the expectations of our players and streamers. Now, if you guys didn't know, streamer mode has been like one big puzzle, and it's because you of course want to protect those who are using it, but you also don't want to cloak those who will use it to exploit the game and be undetectable. In the test server, everything was client-sided, and so if you had your name hidden in your avatar and stuff like that, it only affected you, which means everyone else in the lobby could still see you and your beautiful presence. It always did help with Q sniping, because if you are streaming and you have viewers, then they're not able to see exactly when you're looking for a match, and thus unable to try and game the system. I find it fascinating how deep layered this is, and how it's really only an issue with a game as tactical and sensitive as Rainbow Six Siege. Ultimately, it should be complete by the end of year 6, but they don't offer a timeline for exactly when that'll be the case. Now, I'm always asked how to get better, or what's the best ways to improve in Siege. There are so many answers to that question, but if you really want to up the ante and become an all-out gunner, then you want to look to aim training. From top-tier content creators to pro league stacks, and most players who want each and every advantage they can get their hands on, aim training is step 1 to the ultimate flick and gun skill, and recently, the most popular of them all launched tasks specifically designed for Rainbow Six Siege. AimLab is a popular aim trainer that has been used for years by some of the most prominent names in shooters, and it's all you need it to be. If you work with it a lot, you can improve your reaction speed, your memory, and even your situational awareness, and you're able to customize it to exactly what you're looking for. Now, they recently added features tailored to Rainbow Six, and it could help if you need extra credit. You can practice your entry methods, which will basically have a set ball position for once you enter a room, and you can see how fast you take it out. There's also detection shooting and spatial audio, but for those who want the crispy previous C4 throws, you can even train your C4 arcs, and they're developed to be exactly as they are in Siege. Now, like I said, getting better at Siege is an entire landscape, but at least in the short term, especially if you improve with repetition, Aim Lab for R6 is a good place to start, and you can find it on Steam if you're ready. Now, I wanted to get into the console side of things next, because things are heating up over there, and it's making headlines in the gaming sphere, and so let's talk about it. Starting off with PlayStation, Sony announced that a brand new VR headset is actually underway for the PlayStation 5, and it's sounding leagues better than what was on last generation. We're taking what we've learned since launching PlayStation VR on PS4 to develop a next-gen VR system that enhances everything from resolution and field of view to tracking and input. It'll connect to PS5 with a single cord to simplify setup and improve ease of use while enabling a high-fidelity visual experience. Now, I believe VR still has a long way to go, but for the most part, it was always held back by the sheer power of the boxes powering them. Now that the PS5 and Xbox Series consoles are here, I think VR could be one of those areas that becomes ultra mainstream as long as the experience is there. To go along with it, a new VR controller is being developed, and it won't make it for 2021, but it could be added to the ecosystem as soon as next year. Now, as for a console update for Rainbow Six Siege, soon AMD will launch its competitor to NVIDIA's DLSS technology, and it'll be available on all platforms that support the RDNA architecture, including the PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Think of DLSS as a software that gives a boost to frame rates to games with ray tracing. There is a whole lot more technical jargon to really go in deep, but in games like Warzone and Fortnite, it's made a huge impact on performance. And even with graphics turned all the way up and ray tracing on, frame rates improve. Now, it's only a matter of time before this tech makes it to Siege. For those that don't know, they recently announced NVIDIA Reflex is coming to the game on PC, and yeah, it can get a little nerdy going over this stuff, but these features almost always improve the experience for every player of the game. Lastly, over on Xbox, the deal has been inked and the paper is in. They now own ZeniMax and Bethesda in its entirety and shelled out a whopping $7.5 billion to make it happen. Now, I wanted to include this here because you only see this kind of stuff like once every decade. The last time I remember this level of deal was when Microsoft bought Minecraft for $1 billion, and in 2021, it's been probably the single most successful purchase the company has ever made. But now, it's really up in the air what the future of Bethesda games are on other platforms, mainly for Sony. The catalog is massive. The Evil Within, The Elder Scrolls, Fallout, Doom, Wolfenstein, I mean, it just goes on, and Bethesda was the kind of company that had a loyal, die-hard cult behind some of their titles. And so it took some time, but it's official now, and Xbox now technically owns some of the most first-party studios of any platform holder across the board, and has access to some of the most profitable IP in the industry. I've got to tip my hat. Xbox made a huge comeback after what they went through in 2013, and this deal sets them on a course of having some of the best games being possibly exclusive, and just think of the impact. The next Fallout and Elder Scrolls games being exclusive to Microsoft. It's an immense step. And to close out here, guys, I wanted to leave you with a pic that Ghost Recon actually posted of some of the Ghost alongside members of Team 6. Now, there's a bit of an Easter egg that shows Finka with one of Floris's cards in her chest pocket, and it went under the radar until someone on Reddit picked it out. Now, I won't speculate too far, but Ghost Recon and Rainbow Six Siege have been in bed for a while now, and so this kind of stuff really looks towards a crossover at some point in the future. It's already happened in Ghost Recon with Operation Amber Sky, where Finka and Thatcher went to go team up with the Ghost. But a Recon operative in Rainbow Six Siege could end up being next in line to join Team 6, or possibly even Nighthaven, based on how much the two worlds have collided. We've already experienced a big crossover in Shadow Legacy with Zero, being Sam Fisher from Splinter Cell, and so it's not a strange theme to see it take place once again. But that's the video today, guys. If you did enjoy it, drop a like and subscribe with notifications if you're new. Also, guys, follow me over on Twitter. There's a bunch of new people over there, and we're always talking news and insight, so check it out with the link below. And so yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Hey, I'm out.